We've had some questions online. I just want very short answers on these, some rapid fire ones. A question on freedom of expression from Shahidul Alam from Bangladesh. Will you, as the new Secretary General, speak out against threats to media freedom, including defamation laws, state and commercial capture of the media, and attacks on journalists? A very, very important universal right, of course, the 19th article of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So, Shirley, very quickly on that.
I believe freedom of expression is key. It's a basic human right. And yes, I will speak out against it because it's a violation of our charter. It's clearly stated in our charter. And it's a violation if it is curtailed in any shape or form. And so, yes, I will speak against it.
Joshua?
I will definitely subscribe to that because it goes to the core of the charter that we all subscribe to. Any member that violates that needs to account for that and needs to be brought, pressure needs to be brought on them to change that. If they refuse to heed that, there are mechanisms in place to take corrective action, including, at the end of the day, if it's serious violations, suspension.
Mm-hmm. Tangara?
Well, freedom of expression is important, but I think in this day and age where we have social media, one of the biggest challenges we have is that we spend more time debunking fake news than real news. So I think it's also important to regulate it a little bit, because where you cannot legislate morality, you can regulate at least behavior a little bit.
All right, a question here on the value and relevance of the Commonwealth. Of course, we know, I think it's about 60% of members of the Commonwealth are under 30. Africa, of course, accounts for a large, is it about a third of the population of the Commonwealth, and a very, very young population. Actually, I was struck, I should just say very quickly, when I went to County Meru on a Commonwealth election monitoring team. I was a member of that team for the elections in Kenya in 2022, very proudly wearing a Commonwealth gown and a cap and so on, and wandering around County Meru. And I have to say, unfortunately, quite a lot of the young people there had never heard of the Commonwealth. So, the relevance of the Commonwealth, this question from Penisoni Gauna from Fiji: why should my country, Fiji, still be a member of the Commonwealth? Joshua, what's the relevance of it? Why should a country like Fiji, or any other country for that matter?
Fiji is a very good example of why the Commonwealth matters to them, because it was a Commonwealth that supported the Fijian people when governments were toppled twice by the military. It was the Commonwealth that stood with the public, with the Fijian public, to demand a return to multi-party democracy.
But he hung around in power, didn't he, Bainimarama, after that coup in 06?
He did, but at the end of the day, it was the pressure of the Commonwealth under Don McKinnon that led to a return to democracy. Yes, I've heard the same question where someone said to me, what does the Commonwealth do for us? We only see them during election times. Yeah. But we know what China does, because I'm working on the road that China built. The reality is that there is work that the Commonwealth itself has to do in articulating the work that it does. The Commonwealth does more than just election observership. So we need to improve how we communicate. We also need to invest in building stronger relations in the region. So in the case of Fiji, we have to have stronger relationships with the PIF so that we're able to articulate what we do, and also we're able to make sure that what we do reflects the regional political priorities.
Okay. But those people in Fiji are seeing the Chinese build their roads also, so maybe that's also behind the question. Shirley, why should Fiji be a member of the Commonwealth?
Why should it be a member of the Commonwealth?
Yeah, that was the question from this person.
Because they don't see the usefulness of being a member
of the... Yes, it's a question about the value and relevance of the Commonwealth.
This is one of the issues that I believe has to be addressed by the Commonwealth Secretariat. And I say this because it does so much. The Commonwealth has been useful to all of our countries, our member countries, 56 of us. But it's a no-fuss kind of an organization where so much is happening in our countries and most people, even members of parliament, are not aware of it. Okay. So they also ask the same questions. Now, the issue is communication. How do we communicate all the way down to the ordinary citizen of the Commonwealth to understand what the Commonwealth does, how it adds value to our governance systems, how it speaks on our behalf at international fora, It is very important. And communication is key.
All right.
Because it has to be a Commonwealth of the people, not just hanging at the level of heads of government.
Okay, Tangara.
Yeah, a young Gambian can also relate to this question. People who ask you what's the use of the Commonwealth, because I think that's where Commonwealth Secretariat need to work on the visibility. It's very important because I know in the Gambia, for example, before, during, and after election, Commonwealth was very much present. And even without election, Commonwealth helped to build a lot of capacities in our countries. And we remember when we had challenges with our judiciary, we had the hurricane judges that came from the Commonwealth,
Yep.
and that helped us resolve some of the backlogs. So I think there is need to work more on the visibility aspect.
All right.